What is up, everybody? Here with another episode of Did These Movies Make My Collection? Uh, Watched another 5 movies here. Was happy with most of them, so can't really complain. But first one I watched was season 1 of Key and Peele. Absolutely love this show. Has some of the best comedy skits out there. In the previous video, I had seen season 3. I picked that one up before I picked this one up, so I watched it first. But still, this is not exactly a show you need to watch, seasons in a row to understand anything. But the skits are just phenomenal through all the seasons. There's not a bad season of this show. So if you haven't seen it before, I definitely recommend checking it out. I believe it's on HBO Max. It used to be on Comedy Central, or not Comedy Central, Hulu. But now I think it's on HBO Max. You might have to check like Internet Movie Database just to be sure on that, if you don't want to buy the DVDs and that. The next one I watched is UFC 91. I know this is really old, but just kind of started getting into UFC. Huge WWE fan though, so seeing Brock Lesnar here, I wanted to see him fight Randy Couture, and the fight didn't disappoint. And you definitely do not want any hammer fists from Brock Lesnar from when I watched this. As for the undercard fights, there were some okay ones, but nothing really worth talking about. But again, this was early UFC, I guess you can say, but not really early UFC, but earlier UFC. But still a very solid watch. Happy to have it in the collection. The next one is 2 discs, and is The Forgotten War Korea. It's volume 1s and volume 2. Like you can see, there's different episodes in each one. I've never really known many details about the Korean War, so it was educational in that way. Production values are only average, but still an interesting watch if you don't know much about the Korean War. Kind of takes it in stages, kind of a little slow in parts, but I guess the Korean War wasn't exactly the most exciting war, but still very educational. So very happy to be adding this one as well. Comments down below if you've ever seen any of these movies before too. The next one was a PBS documentary on the Spartans. I love documentaries about ancient civilizations and things of that nature. This one was very educational. PBS always does a great job with documentaries, but 100% worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. I don't really know if PBS has their documentaries streaming anywhere or not, but they used to be on Netflix, and I loved that, like way back, like, God, that must have been 10 years ago, and then they started taking it off and putting their own content on there. But love this documentary, 100% recommend it, very happy to add it. And the last one is season 13 of Hell's Kitchen. This one I am going to sell, not because I do not like this show, but because I already own this season of this show and didn't realize it. So for that reason, I'm going to get rid of it. I am tempted to keep it just because it's in an individual box like this. The one I have of season 13 is in I think it's season 10 through 14 pack. But yeah, it is the exact same season. I watched a couple of the episodes from these discs and the discs of the other set to make sure that they were the same in both raw and uncensored and things of that nature, and they turned out to be the exact same. So I will be selling this one. But that does it for this video. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I am also over on Letterboxd. The link to that is in the profile description of this channel. Otherwise, until next time, guys.